Hi everybody, so today I'm going to be doing a voiceover video. Now I find that this is a little bit harder since I do have to explain what I'm using and sometimes I may forget, but hopefully you guys can bear with me. I will have all the products listed in the bottom bar. I'm taking the NYX concealer in a jar in the shade green and applying this all over my lid as a base, and then I'm going to pick up this shimmery medium tone green and apply it to my lid. I find that if you pat first, then swipe your brush, you'll get more pigmentation and more product sticking to your lid. Since this is a very frosty shimmery color, I find that way just works a little bit better than just patting it onto your lid. You'll get the full shimmer impact versus if you were just going to pat it on your lid. So I'm just using a regular size shader brush and just keeping this to the mobile part of my lid, and then I'm going to take a very light sky blue color and I'm going to take that onto the opposite side of the brush and just apply this to the center of my lid, blending into the green just because I feel like this type of method adds a little bit more of a pop, makes your eyes look a little bit more dimensional, and especially if you have more sunken in eyes like I do, it makes them look a little bit more round and pushed out. Now I'm taking a medium brown, it's more of a light brown on my skin tone, so you can use any one that works for you, and I'm just going to take that on a fluffy brush to blend out the greens in my lid, and I find that using a very nice like warm tone brown as a transition color really works for when doing a very smoky look. And just keep buffing that color out until you get it to the desired intensity. And now I'm going to mix two different colors for my highlight. The reason I'm doing my highlight now is because I don't want any of the darker smoky colors to stick to where my brow bone is. I want them to stay very concentrated within the crease. So I'm going to keep making sure that I add a little bit of shadow just on my brow to keep the shadows from sticking. And then I'm going to go in with this warm tone coppery color, and I'm just going to apply this to the main portion of my crease, just really concentrating it in my crease so that it gets a very nice depth. And then again with that fluffy brush, I'm going to go back in and blend it. But before I do that, I really want to build up the amount of color that I have, since you do want this to be pretty deep and smoky. And just keep blending in windshield wiper motions to get it to the desired intensity and blend. And then I'm also going to take this deeper burgundy color. It's more like a burgundy brown. It has more brown tones to it. And then I'm going to run this again in my crease, and then I will actually go along my lower lash line with the same colors. But before I do that, I am going to blend this color out again, just because you don't want too many harsh lines. You want it to all blend together and look very blended, smoky, and transitional. So just keep buffing that out, and once you have that, I'm picking up the same brush, no added product, and just smudging that along my lower lash line to give some more depth and balance to the look. And then I'm going to take this CoverGirl eyeshadow, this is in Turquoise Tempest, just to add a pop of color on the outer portion of our lid. What this will do is we'll just add a little bit more of a bright color to the look so that it, ends up looking more colorful versus just a standard mint smoky eye. And then going with this pink color, I am going to run this along the lower lash line, along that brown color that we already have. I find that this adds a little bit more smokiness to the lower lash line, as well as add a bit more color and life to the look. And then I'm going to take two separate highlights for the inner corner. I'm taking one that's a very cool tone highlight. It has more blue tones to it. And I'm going to apply that to the upper lash line. And then to the lower lash line, I am going to apply this color, which is more of like a pink duochrome color, which I find works really well with the pink we have on our lower lash line. If you want, you can just use like a standard shimmery white, but I find that this really plays up the undertones. And then I'm just going to take a liquid liner, this one's by e.l.f., and I'm going to apply my eyeliner in just a light wing. You don't want to go too dramatic on this since the eyes are pretty smoky. If you want, you can, but I would recommend doing more of maybe a brown liquid liner if you're going to go very dramatic, just to tone it down. And then I'm going to go in with a bit of mascara. Any mascara will work. You don't want to add false lashes with this look unless you're doing very nice natural false lashes, because I find that if you do very thick and voluminous ones, they can look overly dramatic. Now I'm just going in with a peach lipstick and I'm patting this all over my lips. I don't want too much color, just to give me a light wash of peachy color. And then I'm going to go over it with a bit of this lip gloss from NYX, and it's just more of like a peachy tone lip gloss. If you want, you can go in with something that has a little bit more shimmer or a little less of a creamy texture, more of like a glossy texture, but I find that I like the creamy texture that this adds to it because it's very hydrating to the lips. And now I'm going in with my Maybelline Dream Mousse blush in 4-Day Soft Plum, and I'm just going to apply this to my cheeks. I like a nice pink cheek when I'm going very warm on the rest of the face, because I find that this will balance out the cool tone on the top of the eyes and balance it with the lips, which are more warm. And that's pretty much it for this look. I hope y'all enjoyed. I will have a full list of products below, as well as a link to all my social networks. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, everybody.